Yo! What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Slapside, and if you have been following my YouTube for a while, you guys know that I am very into music, and I've been mixing and producing for about 5 years now. And I'm just a home producer. I just mix at home, and I don't have like the best studio, as you can see. I just got a Bose stereo system. And I used to have KRK's RP5s, but they broke. They actually blew out, and I just got the Joe Meek preamp, and I pretty much use that preamp into my Mbox 2 interface. So I'm not using the interface on the Mbox 2, so that's how I record. And you can see my room only has like minimal acoustics, I guess you could say. But I'm not here to show off what I got. I'm here to pretty much share some tips with you guys. And this just goes out to anybody that's just now getting into mixing. I'm not doing mastering, I'm just doing mixing. And what I like to do, guys, I like to look at the waveforms. And when you're recording, guys, make sure you don't overclip. And the way you overclip is pretty much you hit these peaks really high. You see these peaks right here? Let me make it a little bit larger. So these peaks right here, see right here? Like this peak right here would hit the top, and when it hits the top, it distorts the audio, and you don't want to distort your audio. It's really bad, guys. Like, it doesn't sound good at all. So make sure you keep everything under distortion. And yeah, man, you can see I got the audio tracks. My friend, he's actually recording on this. This is more of a ATL track, more Atlanta sounding, and yeah, it sounds pretty good. But you can see he got the lead vocals right here. This is the dubs, and he punches in right here, and these are just his ad-libs down here. So what I like to do is I can see there's a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned up, and you want to make sure you clean up all this mess right here. Like, this is not something you want on your recordings. This is so easy to do, guys. You just get this little tool right here. You get this little scrubber tool. I don't know if it's a scrubber tool, but it's definitely something to clean it up. And you just clean up all this stuff right here, and you can really just get surgical. You can really zoom in, and just you can listen to it too. You can just solo out the track, see what you don't want, and I just clean out all this stuff first. So I'm gonna clean all that out. And this is really simple, so keep zooming in, clean up all that stuff right there. And I just call this cleaning up the tracks, really. So you don't need all that shit. So clean all that out, clean that crud out, clean it all out, and then listen to it.
Crack, nigga, straight like that.
So yeah, you can see that these are his ad-libs, and you're just cleaning it out. So that's definitely something you want to do, just cleaning out tracks. I could sit here and do this all day, and I don't really want to just show you guys that all day. But you can see I see some like breathing stuff over here. You see all this right here? See those little dots right there? That's breathing usually. And I'm gonna solo out that track, listen to it, play it back from right there.
Oh my god.
And you can see he takes a little breath right there. And this is actually just bleeding. Bleeding is pretty much when you're recording and the microphone picks up the stuff from the headphones. So generally, you don't really have to clean it, but I like to clean it out, just like right here and stuff. But I do like to hear the breathing. Like, when you take pauses in rapping, after every bar you take a little breath. Like, I like to hear the breath, because we're only human. Like, it would be weird if you don't hear the breath. And I think, like, in mainstream, a lot of mainstream artists, a lot of mainstream producers, they will usually take out all the breathing, and it takes away the natural aesthetics of recording, which is something I like. You got to be breathing. But you can see at the end over here, we got some stuff we don't need. And you don't need this right here. See, like, some people, they don't even clean up this stuff, and it's really weird to me because it's so simple. Like, why would you want to keep that? You hear that? You guys hear that? Watch. You don't need that. So definitely erase all that. And right now, guys, I used to have some really good plugins, but I don't right now. So I'm gonna press Control equals, bring me back to my mix board. And you can see I like to run compression first, so I got compression on right now. And I just use a simple compression. And compression, it's something you gotta understand, guys. Like, I can't really explain this to you guys. Like, I just know it sounds right, you know what I'm saying? But generally, what I like to do for rap, I like to start off at a 3.0 ratio. And then your release time is, this stuff, attack. Just think about attack, that's I think that's when it comes in, and then release, it just, you know, that's the way it lets go of the compressor. So let me show you the track real quick. Gotta unsolo all these motherfreakos. So yeah, okay, we're gonna listen to the track now. And you want to definitely mix it with the track. So
I'm a fool with it, stupid with it, move them bitches VIP, got goons in it. We so punk it's too ridiculous. Crip boys blue with it, red boys who whooping with it, black T-Gorilla, Godzilla.
Okay, so you see there's a dub right here. This is the dub right here. This is the dub track. You got the main lead vocals that you record first, and then you kind of like overshadow the lead vocals. And this is just pretty much stuff that's standard. And what I like to do is I like to solo it out, the lead vocals in the dub.
I'm a fool with it, stupid with it, mood 'em.
And the dub, I just kind of want to give it a little bit texture to the lead vocals. I don't need too much because it starts to sound really muddy, and it doesn't sound good muddy. Like here, this is how it sounds muddy. Like if you leave it like loud.
I'm a fool with it, stupid with it.
And some people like that, but I don't like that. So I like to just go negative. I'll just say negative 5.5 just on this track.
I'm a fool with it, stupid with it, mood 'em.
And you can't really analyze what sounds good without hearing the beat, so you gotta hear it with the beat, because the beat's gonna take up a lot of mix, and it just depends on the beat, really. It depends on the dynamics and the texture of the beat. So
I'm a fool with it, stupid with it,
so you can go a little louder.
VIP got goons in it. We so punk it's too ridiculous. Crip boys blue with it, red boys who whooping with it, black T-Gorilla, Godzilla, deli do new zoo business. We flexing, we rich, throwing bottles, snatching necklace, dread swinging, bread slinging, banging nigga out the exit, north to the south to the east to the west.
Okay, so now the compressor, guys. I'm gonna just explain what this does. You can see that if you look here, there's gonna be a reduction, because compressors, what it does, it makes the low peaks louder and it makes the high peaks even out. So it's, for me, I use compression to pretty much tame the vocals, like, because with rap it's a very like up and down type of style, you know. It's not like singing where it's all smooth. Like rap is gonna have a lot of like big peaks and small peaks. So, you know, we just pretty much want to add a little bit of compression. And to me, I just put my attack at the fastest, and I put the release at the fastest, because I want it to be very like normal, like not normal, but very whatchamacallit, very natural sounding. And it depends on the voice, really. So you know, you want to make sure you're gonna do this. And when you start compressing, you're gonna end up, you know, taking away some sound. So when you reduce the sound, you definitely want to put the gain back up on your compressor.
I'm a fool with it, stupid with it, mood 'em bitches VIP, got goons in it. We so punk it's too ridiculous. Crip boys blue with it, red boys who whooping with it, black T-Gorilla, Godzilla, deli do new zoo business. We flexing, we rich, throwing bottles, snatching necklace, dread swinging, bread slinging, banging nigga out the exit, north to the south to the east to the west, Cali to GA. We hold it down for camouflage and Mac Drizzy. Invade the map, DJ, bring it back, bring it back. Shadow kick this track, Johnny Cage rap. Oh my god.
So that sounds pretty good, you know. Like, you just want to make sure like the vocals are up front and it's not overpowering the beat. You just really want it to blend in together. Like, that's the main objective when you're mixing. And you can see that the reduction, I'm just aiming for like a negative 2.5 reduction. And when you reduce that, compressing it, like compressing the audio will definitely reduce the audio volume, but it'll make the overall vocals clear. So you gotta regain all that by adding a 3.0 decibels or 3.0 dBs, and once you do that, it will make up for the loss of reduction from compressing. So after you compress, you definitely want to add some you know, some EQ. And EQ is something that's personal taste, and you can make a mix sound bad if you do this wrong. So what I like to do is add a little bit of a high pass filter, let the highs pass through, and you know, I just kind of like, you know, go over. I just use stock compressors, by the way, and all the EQs. So I go about 52.1, and this is a good starting point. And then this could give you a general idea how it's going to sound. And with this mic, I do not like how it sounds in the 8 kilohertz area. It just sounds a little too harsh. So I kind of like, you know, like take away at 8 and go negative like 1, and it sounds a lot better.
I'm a fool with it, stupid with it, mood them bitches VIP got goons in it. We so punk it's too ridiculous. Crip boys blue with it, red boys so whooping with it, black T gorilla Godzilla deli do news zoom business. We flexing, we rich, throwing bottles, snatching necklace, dread swinging, spread slinging, banging nigga.
You can see this little overclip right there, right here. So sometimes that means you gotta like lower down the track. But yeah, this is pretty much just the basic stuff you guys need to know if you're gonna record some stuff. So I'll be back with more of this if you want. But peace.